Hey guys, how's it going? So recently I've been noticing that my portraits and just my drawings overall have been looking just pretty mid, right? Yeah, there's nothing obscenely bad about them. They're just not it, if that makes sense. So the only solution that comes into my monkey brain for that is draw more. So we're just gonna be drawing for 100 days straight, portrait every day, and see kind of what happens. So I've got a few main goals. I did put a little bit of thought behind it. I think that my first main goal is just gonna be to build a routine that I can do every day just to get myself drawing, you know? I feel like it's pretty easy to not draw for a few days and then feel rusty and then be like, oh my god, I'm cooked, I'm just gonna quit drawing. At least that's kind of my trend. So I feel like if I can draw every day, puts a little bit less pressure on each individual drawing, therefore making it more fun. And another one of my main goals is going to be just to improve my face anatomy and shading. I feel like my lighting and all that, I don't know, it just doesn't look good. And especially trying to add more like realism into an anime style, it's a pretty fine balance, and we're not hitting it right now. Gonna be honest here, Chief. So I feel like that's going to be the two things that I focus on a lot. And then third thing, you know, just to have some fun, right? I like drawing. More drawing is more good. And that's about it. So I guess without any further ado, I say we just hop into day number 1 here. You know, honestly, for a start, it's not the worst I've ever seen, right? Anatomy's a little wonky, shading just doesn't quite make sense, and just looks a little off, but it's not like too egregious, which, you know, at this point I'll take it, right? So moving on to day 2, you know, similar concept, right? Also exploring different outfits and stuff. You know, day 3, trying a little different background out, trying out these reflections here. You'll see that throughout all these days, and I'm just experimenting with different colors. Like, I think it's supposed to be ambient light, was initially what I was thinking of when I started doing it. And I honestly, at the time, I was really big fan of this one. She does have like a neck the size of a tree trunk, which is a little concerning, but we can just ignore that. So she's not too bummed out about it, so we should be all good. And you know, just scrolling through, trying out different little setups, proportions, different amounts of detail on the lips and all that, different lighting scenarios, you know, expressions, same thing. Some of these are stinkers. I like this one, and most of these are around 2 hours, 2.5 for the most part. This one I was trying out like a sunset lighting, like a overall warm light. Gonna be honest, Chief, looks absolutely shit. So we're cooked. I'll just say that, right? And day 13 was another one of my favorites. You know, before this, I didn't really do many of these like wide smiles, and I was just trying out adding like some eye wrinkles in and all of that, just to help make the expression more believable, but not make her look like she's 90, which is like a weirdly hard balance to strike, actually. Yeah, I think I'm starting to get the hang of the reflections a little bit more as well, which is always nice. You're slowly dialing it back. I think it's a little too extreme initially, so different colors, you know, just a little cute, little broken hand, little armor action. And this one again was one of my I was a big fan of this one. This was more of a study, like directly from the reference, than some of the other ones, because a lot of the other ones were like, let's draw a goth baddie, God, you know. And this one was like actual strict study, trying to get the lighting, the reflections, and all of that very close to like the realism counterpart, but still stylized, you know what I mean? You know, and we got the stinker, a little fun like elf, trying out some like leaves and all that, you know, nothing crazy. You know, at the time I didn't like this one, but I think in hindsight it looks still not good, actually. You'll see me do this white button-up shirt a lot. I don't know why, but my brain is just incapable of processing how those work. Little, I guess it's called like a 7/8 view. I made her head the size of a Funko Pop. You know, at the time I was a big fan, so trying out like the different face shape, right? Nope. Is that Shiori? Trying out some details in shadows. Just as a little simple one. You know, trying out some 3/4 view. Pretty strict reference. Suisei action. She's so happy. I think I still mess with this one, actually. It's a little bit more simplified, but I think it just works out. Nose is way too small, but besides that. And right around here is having a pretty big dip in motivation, as you can tell from the abhorrent quality, right? So at this time, I was thinking a lot more of like, oh, I need to get the drawing out rather than make the best drawing I can. And a little bit of a wake-up call was this one specifically, because I was like, damn, it looks bad. And I think when something like that happens, you need to take a break from what you're doing, right? There's been a lot of anime girls so far, but the real question is, where are the cute boys? Hot man action activated. You know, a little bit of breath of fresh air. So I think it turned out all right. I think I made him look dead because his like skin is so desaturated, but you know, I'll take what I can get, right? Trying out different hair types and, you know, adding some facial hair up in that. little bit more realism here. And I think this whole time you can see my style skewing towards realism. A little bit of a T-Rex with the side profile. You know, just trying out different hair. For some reason, just like this edgy white guy hair, I can't draw. I don't even know, man. Like, and that's kind of close to my hair color, and I don't know why it's so hard for me to get like the dirty blonde right. I just can never. Different lighting scenarios, you know, having some fun with it. Little side profile. I think this one turned out pretty well. I was pretty happy with it at the time. Trying out some extreme lighting. We touch on this a lot more in the last like 10-15 portraits, but I don't think it looks good. I'll just full stop there. Same thing, like a little inconsistent. The light looks like it's coming from the top here, but the shadow is saying it's coming from the top right. Like, what's going on there, man? Armor, action, the armor arc. We are losing a lot of detail in the actual armor, but you got a badass set of armor. Who cares about the individual detail, right? And this was actually for the 1-layer video, so some of the real ones might recognize that, but you know, having a little bit of fun with it. Similar deal, you know, trying out different just different types of people, you know, like this is an older dude. He's probably a badass, if we're being honest. We know old dudes in anime, so. And this was Inktober, so, you know, going off those prompts as well. You know, I had a cool idea for this one. Did not execute that at all. I gotta be honest there, chief. Trying out this, like, transparent background. Saw it in Arknights, you know. I just thought I'd give it a shot. And this one was, I think, marks my new favorite after day 17. Just because I really like how it just kind of works, you know. This is kind of what I was going for, was like, the lighting just makes sense. The proportions make sense. It just looks good, you know what I mean? And we lost it immediately. Like it, I like it. Whoa, she won't get deported now. And this one I was a pretty big fan of too. I didn't beat the last one, but I liked it. I was trying out some thinner line art, and it's always nice when something that you try out, like experiment with, when it turns out well, you know, it's always a nice feeling. Donut action, sky action, samurai action. Slowly less of a T-Rex with the side profiles, so we're getting there. You know, little things here and there. Absolutely cooked. I don't even know what I was thinking with this one. I should have just quit right there. Yeah, these ones were rough. Some of these were kind of rough. Ooh, I like this one. A little robot time. You know, I haven't done a robot before this, I don't think. Besides a Gundam that I drew like 3 years ago, which did not look good. I think this one's pretty cool. The prompt was rust, so it's like kind of eating itself away, but it's still functioning. I was probably thinking of like some lore when I was making it. I forgot it though. Zoomed in portrait. I think I saw this on Pinterest of like a zoomed in picture of like a human eye. And I thought it'd be a cool little thing. You know, just having fun with it. A little breath of fresh air. This one, I was trying out like this watercolor style. Saw on Pinterest as well. And to be honest, I don't think it turned out the best. Looks a little flat. Looks a little shit, you could say. So yeah, we might have to revisit that one in the future. This is when we started to lock in a little bit. These last 15 days, they trying that extreme lighting, but still having that detail in the shadows. Armor, background makes sense. Liking it. Violin action. I'm a big fan of this one still, to be honest. I used to play violin, so I thought that might be part of it. But, you know, I just think it works out. Just a simple thing. Inoffensive, right? I just like it. You know, it just needs to work. Oh, and she's a T-Rex. Little cat girl action. Gotta love it. This one, I think, is my favorite throughout the entire 100 days. Just because I tried, like, the smiling with, like... I don't know, I just think the emotion works out. I think it reads really well. And I think the lighting makes sense a lot. I'm just overall a big fan. I've absolutely destroyed the Bose headphones, though. They're supposed to be Bose QC35s, because I've got a pair of black ones, and they're the best headphones ever. And did not do them justice. Sorry, Daddy Bose. I put you down. Trying out like that sun hat, where the light peeks through. I don't think I did it too well, but I'll probably revisit that pretty soon. I had a lot of fun with that one. Trying out really harsh lighting, like where it kind of overexposes the camera was kind of the effect I was going for. I don't think it works out, but I had a lot of fun with the problem solving with this one. So I don't cringe when I see this, just because I know I put a lot of work into it. And this one, I think that work shows a little bit. You know, slowly getting the hang of it. I think the colors are still off a little bit. Absolutely horrible. A little redraw. Lost a lot of the harshness, but I think regained some hotness. So I like that. I like that. I'm a big fan of this one as well. I like the expression a lot. It's very expressive, I guess. Trying to very simpler, you know, only put in what we need for this one. Same thing with day 100. Keeping her simpler. Alright guys, this is the difference between day 1, and then my favorite out of the 100 drawings. You know, I think we made some pretty solid progress, to be honest here. It's a lot more than I thought. I wasn't expecting a ton, to be honest. I was expecting more just like similar anime style, but, you know, just a little bit more polished. But we ended up going a lot more towards realism than I thought. Still very stylized, but, you know, the lighting and stuff, I feel like has that realism touch, which, you know, I'm here for it. I think it looks pretty solid. So I'm excited to see where I go from now on. You know, I would honestly recommend anyone whose like goal is to progress a ton as like an artist is, at least in a technical sense, is to do something drawing related every day. It doesn't have to be a full portrait, you know, I just like drawing a lot, so I end up doing a lot of portraits and stuff, right? But even just sketching a little bit every day. I mean, if you guys watched PewDiePie's video about a similar thing, he just did sketches every day, and he got a lot of good progress, because, you know, sometimes you're busy, and you can't, you don't want to stay up till 6 a.m., right? So, you know, I fully get it. Yeah, I think some of the main takeaways that I got skill-wise is going to be just a lot of variety, and, like, variety in gender, lighting scenario, different objects, and all that. I feel like that's just going to be pretty powerful in, like, future drawings. Give me a little bit more tools to work with, you know what I mean? Yeah, from now on I am planning on continuing to do like daily drawings. I'm not gonna have them only be portraits though, because to be honest I got a little sick of it towards the end. Me doing food, environments, cute girls, all that, all the above, right? But thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't, comment something. I mean, I don't know what, that's on you, man. See you when I see you. Gonna be trying to have a little bit better upload schedule from now on. 3 weeks is kind of crazy, not gonna lie, so I'm gonna try and get down to that 1.5 week mark from now on. So it's just finals week, and they kind of railed me, so see you when I see you.